good morning to everyone present here. The Parliament of India, established on 26 January 1950, is the supreme lawmaking body. It is a bicameral legislature, that is, Lok Sabha, the House of People, and Rajya Sabha, the Council of States. The Parliament has a sanctioned strength of 543 in the Lok Sabha and 245 in the Rajya Sabha, including 12 nominees from the expertise of different fields of literature, art, science, and social service. Generally, a modern parliament has three functions: representing the electorate, making laws, and overseeing the government through hearings.
Youth Parliament is conducted to create an awareness among students about the parliamentary procedures, how a question is asked, how the ministers are giving answers to the question, what are the list of items, how a law is made, etc. Now here, the students of grade 7 and grade 8 present the procedure of a section in the parliament.
माननीय सभासदों, माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय पधार रहे हैं।
Honorable members, a very good morning to all of you, and I welcome you all to the 23rd Regional Youth Parliament session, and I hope the session will be very fruitful. We begin today's session with the oath of affirmation of our newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
Here stands Renajay Ramesh Pillai, who is elected from the Varanasi constituency of Uttar Pradesh, will now take the oath of affirmation. Sir, do you want to take the oath of affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
English. I, Ranajay Ramesh Pillai, having been selected from the Varanasi constituency, a member of the Youth Parliament, House of the People, I swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty I am about to enter.
Next, we have Kaustubh Vivek, who is elected from the Vadodara constituency of Gujarat, will now take the oath of affirmation. Sir, do you want to take the oath of affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
Hindi, please. मैं कौस्तुभ वी, जो वडोदरा निर्वाचन से निर्वाचित हुआ हूँ, ईश्वर के नाम पर गंभीरता से शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची निष्ठा और वफादारी रखूंगा, भारत की संप्रभुता और एकता की रक्षा करूंगा और भारत के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों को ईमानदारी और निष्ठा से निभाऊंगा।
We have Halima Lamia, who is elected from the Mavelikara constituency of Kerala, will now take the oath of affirmation. Madam, do you want to take the oath of affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath?
Malayalam. ഞാൻ ഹലീമ ലാമിയ ജനസഭ അംഗമായി മാവേലിക്കര മണ്ഡലത്തിൽ നിന്നും തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കപ്പെട്ട ഞാൻ അല്ലാഹുവിന്റെ നാമത്തിൽ സത്യപ്രതിജ്ഞ ചെയ്യുന്നു. യഥാർത്ഥ വിശ്വാസവും വിധേയത്വവും ഞാൻ വഹിക്കുമെന്ന് ഉറപ്പിച്ചു പറയുന്നു. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ പരമാധികാരവും അഖണ്ഡതയും ഞാൻ ഉയർത്തിപ്പിടിക്കുമെന്നും ഞാൻ പ്രവേശിക്കാൻ പോകുന്ന കടമ വിശ്വസ്തയോടെ നിർവഹിക്കുമെന്നും നിയമപ്രകാരം ഇന്ത്യൻ ഭരണഘടനയെ ബഹുമാനിക്കുമെന്നും സത്യപ്രതിജ്ഞ ചെയ്യുന്നു.
Condolences, Ms. Prime Minister.
Sir, the demise of former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh Ji has deeply pained our hearts. His passing is a tremendous loss for our nation. Dr. Singh's life serves as a lesson for future generation on how to rise above hardships and challenges to reach great heights. As a renowned economist and statesman, Dr. Singh played a pivotal role in shaping India's economical landscape. His contributions as the Finance Minister and Prime Minister will always be cherished. He will always be remembered as a kind-hearted individual, a scholarly economist, and a leader dedicated to reforms. Dr. Singh's commitment to the people and the nation's development will forever be held in high regard. His life was a reflection of honesty and simplicity. He was an extraordinary parliamentarian, and his humility, gentleness, intellect defined his parliamentary life.
Opposition party leader, please.
Sir, we pay our respects to his legacy and offer our deepest condolence to his family and loved ones. May his contribution to our nation continue to guide us towards a brighter future. India mourns the loss of one of its most distinguished leader, Dr. Manmohan Singh Ji. Rising from humble origins, he rose to become a respected economist. His wisdom and humility were always visible. डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी एक बहुत ही नरम दिल वाले इंसान थे। अब उनके जाने के बाद हम उनके लिए सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ कर सकते हैं, उनसे इंस्पिरेशन लेना और उनका नाम रोशन करना। मैं और हमारी पार्टी के सभी लोग उनके परिवार और उनकी आत्मा की शांति के लिए अपने पूरे दिल से प्रार्थना करेंगे।
Dr. Manmohan Singh was a statesman of exceptional intellect and integrity, whose leadership guided the nation through challenging times. It is imperative that we must pay our highest respects to the visionary leader and diplomat that Manmohan Singh Ji was. So, the House may stand in silence for a while to express our deepest sorrows. The Secretary General may convey the message of condolences to the bereaved family.
Yes, sir.
The Prime Minister may introduce the new ministers to the House.
Sir, to you and to the House, I would like to introduce the new Minister of Agriculture, Ms. Devipriya Pandey, and the new Minister of States for Communication, Ms. Avantika Patel.
Now, let us begin with the question hour. Question number 101, Mr. Nandakrishnan M.
So, will the Minister of Health and Family Welfare be pleased to state the steps taken by the government for the awareness and preparedness of the increasing cases of HMPV infections in the country? और इस महामारी का व्यापन कम करने के लिए सरकार ने आखिरकार क्या किया है?
Thank you, member. Please be seated. Honorable Minister for Health and Family Welfare, please.
Honorable Speaker, sir, the government is closely monitoring the rising cases of HPV infections in the country and has implemented several key measures to address this concern. The ministry has launched public awareness campaigns through various media channels to educate the public about HPV symptoms, transmission and prevention, particularly targeting vulnerable groups like children, elderly and individuals with pre-existing health conditions. Enhanced surveillance is being conducted in hospitals and healthcare centers across the country. We have issued guidelines to strengthen the testing and diagnosis of HPV, including the use of PCR tests and other diagnostic tools to ensure accurate detection. Training programs are being organized for healthcare professionals for the effective management and treatment of the virus. We are actively collaborating with the World Health Organization and other international health bodies to stay updated on global research and share the best practices. The government has never failed to take active steps in the crisis.
Honorable Speaker, this is unacceptable. Minister is deliberately trying to mislead the House. Isn't it a fact that the government's delayed response to the HPV outbreak has thousands of lives at risk? क्या सरकार ने लोगों की जान बचाने के लिए कुछ किया है? Why are they hiding the truth from the people?
Member, please be seated. Minister, you may continue.
Honorable Speaker, I am shocked by the opposition desperation to politicize a public health issue like this. The fact is, our government has taken swift and decisive action to combat the HPV outbreak, while the opposition has done nothing but spread misinformation and fear among the people. क्या वे लोगों की सेहत से खेलना चाहते हैं? We won't let them undermine our efforts to protect the nation's health. To answer the original question, the government has ensured the availability of necessary medical resources, including ventilators and critical care units to manage severe cases. We are committed to ensuring the health and safety of our citizens and will continue to implement all necessary measures to control the spread of HPV.
Does the opposition have any more supplementary questions?
Yes, sir. Honorable Speaker, while the government's measures to enhance surveillance and testing are welcome, can the Minister please clarify what steps are being taken to address the shortage of PCR testing kits and other diagnostic tools in rural and remote areas where access to healthcare facilities are limited? क्या सरकार ने PCR टेस्टिंग किट्स और अन्य डायग्नोस्टिक टूल्स की कमी को दूर करने के लिए कोई कदम उठाए हैं?
Thank you, member. Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, our government has taken a multifaceted approach to address the shortage of PCR testing kits and other diagnostic tools in rural and remote areas. We are decentralizing PCR testing by providing smaller, portable PCR testing devices to rural and remote areas, enabling healthcare professionals to conduct tests locally. We also leverage telemedicine and digital health platforms to improve access to testing and diagnostic services. Unlike the opposition, which seeks to spread fear and misinformation, our government remains steadfast in its commitment to prioritizing the health and well-being of our citizens and will continue to uphold and strengthen our healthcare systems for the betterment of our great nation.
I trust that the opposition has no more supplementary questions.
No, sir.
Very well then. Let us move on to question number 102, Mr. Yadudappi Nair.
Sir, will the Honorable Minister of Railways kindly apprise the House of unlike causes contributing to the persistent occurrence of railway accidents across the country. The comprehensive safety measures being undertaken to mitigate these incidents and the expected timeline for the full implementation of passenger safety and operational reliability.
Thank you, member. Please be seated. Honorable Minister for Railways, please.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I thank the Honorable Member for raising this important issue regarding the railway safety. The Ministry of Railway has conducted a thorough review in the recent state of railway accidents. The primary cause identified include a combination of outdated infrastructure, human error, technical failures, and adverse weather conditions. While such incidents are rare, the Ministry acknowledges the serious concern they pose to the public safety and is committed in addressing these challenges comprehensively. To mitigate this risk, the Ministry has undertaken several key initiatives which include the ongoing modernization of railway infrastructure, including the replacement of old tracks, the introduction of advanced signaling systems, and the installation of automated train production systems to prevent accidents caused by human error. The enhancement of safety culture through rigorous training programs for railway personnel and the introduction of stricter maintenance schedules for rolling stocks and tracks. Implementation of an advanced real-time monitoring system to detect mechanical faults, weather-related disruptions, and to improve the overall operational efficiency of train movements. Strengthening of emergency response capabilities to ensure effective action in the event of any unforeseen accidents. The Ministry remains committed in ensuring the safety of all railway passengers, and we will continue to monitor, evaluate, and enhance the measures to prevent such accidents in the future.
Does the opposition have any supplementary questions?
Yes, sir. What measures is the Railway Ministry taking to improve railway safety, particularly in the light of recent accidents? And what is the timeline for implementing these measures?
Thank you, member. Minister, please.
The Ministry is prioritizing the safety of passengers through the continued rollout of mission safety initiative, which focuses on upgrading stations, improving the design of trains, and ensuring that safety standards are strictly adhered to across the network. As for the timeline, substantial progress has already been made with key projects underway. हमें उम्मीद है कि अगले 2 से 3 वर्षों में दुर्घटनाओं में उल्लेखनीय कमी आएगी, with a marked improvement in safety within the next 5 years as we complete the implementation of new safety protocols and modernized infrastructure.
Does the opposition have any supplementary questions?
No, sir.
Very well then, let us move on to the next question, number 103, Mrs. Catherine Biju.
Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Education has proposed new policies for education reform, but many of these focus on theoretical outcomes rather than practical implementation. Many schools still lack infrastructure, have teacher shortages, and have unequal access to resources. Can the Minister please clarify how they plan to ensure that these reforms will genuinely benefit the students in rural and underprivileged areas, and what steps are being taken to make this a reality?
That is a very valid point raised by the member. Can the Honourable Minister of Education please clarify?
Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to address the concerns raised by the opposition. To address the concerns on rural education, the government has implemented numerous programs focusing on improving infrastructure, increasing access, and enhancing quality. Rashtriya Madhyamika Shiksha Abhiyan is one of the key initiatives that started showing innovation. Other implementations are Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and 100% scholarship programs for the underprivileged and so forth. We are committed in providing students with superior, top
top-notch academics, and we will support their educational journey without failure. While challenges remain, I assure that the government will ensure equitable, quality education accessible for every child, for which we have laid a strong foundation and will continue to build on it.
Does the opposition have any supplementary questions?
No, sir.
Very well then. Let us move on to question number 104, Mrs. Avantika Hanu.
Sir, will the Minister of Commerce and Industry provide detailed information on the reasons for delay in initiating the foreign direct investment projects that were announced in India? And what measures are being taken to address these delays and accelerate the implementation of these projects to boost economic growth and job creation?
Honorable Minister for Commerce and Industry, please.
Honorable Speaker, I thank the distinguished member for raising this important question. The Government of India recognizes the critical role of foreign direct investment (FDI) projects in driving economic growth and creating employment opportunities in our country. Delays in the initiation of FDI projects can arise due to a variety of factors such as procedural complexities, land acquisition issues, and regulatory challenges. Some of these challenges are inherent to the federal structure of governance, where cooperation between the central and state government is essential for seamless implementation. To address these delays, the government has introduced several forms. First, ease of doing business. India has made remarkable progress in the ease of doing business rankings, reflecting our commitment to creating a conducive environment for investment. Second, single window clearance system. We have launched the single window system to streamline approvals and clearances for investors. Third, infrastructure development. Through initiatives like the National Infrastructure Pipeline and PM Gandhi Shakti program, we are addressing the infrastructure gaps that are hinder project implementation. Honorable Speaker, the government is deeply committed to accelerating the implementation of FDI projects. We are working closely with state governments, private stakeholders, and global investors to ensure that India remains a preferred destination for investment. I assure the House that we will continue to take all necessary measures to expedite these projects, fostering economic growth and creating substantial employment for opportunities for our youth.
Thank you, Minister. Does the Minister's answer satisfy the members of the opposition?
Yes, sir.
Very well then. Since these are all the questions registered by the opposition, this session is now concluded. The House is adjourned to meet tomorrow at 11 a.m.
I'm deeply honored to stand here and express a sincere appreciation to all those who made this gathering possible. Parliament is the supreme legislative body of India. The Indian Parliament comprises of the President and two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The Parliament, which is made up of all representatives together, controls and guides the government. In this sense, people, though they are chosen representatives from the government, and also control it. We are lucky to have right to vote for choosing our representatives. On behalf of this entire team, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank all who contributed significantly to the success of today's program. Thank you.